Welcome back to MHK All Day. Tomorrow afternoon, the K-State Wildcats will look to end their two-game losing skid against Iowa State. Under center will unquestionably be sixth-year senior quarterback Skylar Thompson, who made his triumphant return against Oklahoma in a narrow loss.
He played really well, and he doesn't want to tell you that because we didn't win the game. But to think that he has not played since whenever it was, the second quarter or first quarter of Southern Illinois, to do what that kid did against that defense and be under duress, and he hung in there and said, I'm gonna pitch it around, and the kid was on point.
It was still undecided as to whether or not Thompson would play until just a few hours before kickoff.
He got announced this morning to us, and it was one of those things where we were like, yeah, look, okay, let's go. That's our guy. He's back. We're so happy for him because that was big.
Kleiman says that when news spread that Thompson would play, it provided a spark to the team.
Yeah, there was a little different energy, I believe, throughout the whole football team, for him to be out there. And just because of not only the leadership ability, but his ability to improvise and make some plays and give us probably a lot more balance.
For Kleiman, he says that the extra week of preparation and recovery that came along with the bye week, Thompson is poised for a big finish to the season.
Skylar's a tremendous football player, and we missed him for a couple of weeks. Will and Jaron did a nice job, but there's a 6-year guy that's done this for an awful long time that knows the receivers and knows the offense. And I'm excited, even though we suffered a disappointing loss, I'm excited about where we can go with him only probably getting better.
Against the Sooners, Thompson completed 29 out of 41 passes for 320 yards and 3 touchdowns. This set career highs in both passing attempts and completions. Elsewhere, Wildcat 91.9 recently partnered with WTC Communications to host an esports tournament. Each group that participated assembled a team of 3, and prizes given out included trophies as well as $150. Corey Bowen is a member of the trio that took home first place playing the popular video game Rocket League.
It's kind of like car soccer, so you can kind of like fly through the air with cars and you hit a soccer ball, and got together with my team, so we play and put it together. We were, talking well, communicating well, and we just put it together and ended up, going all the way.
Bowen says he heard about the event from a friend that he has played with before, but he has little experience playing with the team's third member.
My friend Jacob, he came back to the house one day and he's like, hey, you want to play in a Rocket League tournament? I was like, yeah. And then so he had a buddy of his, Seth, and then so we formed a team and then just came and played.
Seth Thompson joined the team with several years of experience playing the game.
Rocket League's the only game I play, so I definitely dedicate the most time to it. Total hours in the game, I think 1,300.
Jacob Holleran says that with the team that he helped assemble, he knew that they had a great shot at winning.
I'd say we had a pretty decent shot. We're all pretty good at the game. It really came down to watching the other teams play before us and get a good read on them so we could decide how we're going to play.
The event took place at Forum Hall in the K-State Student Union. But in future years, there may be a spot right next to the bowling alley dedicated to esports.
The space down in the bowling center, I think, is a prime location, and we can create some synergies with our other recreational facilities that are in that area. We have somewhere between 3,500 to 5,000 square feet that we could dedicate to gaming with potentially computer stations as well as gaming consoles.
Williamson says that he hopes to get the process started by next fall.
As far as a program, a holistic program, which would include staffing on sub-level, the educational experience, and then hopefully sooner rather than later, physical facilities. I think we can get the process started by fall of next year.
For Bowen, he says that playing video games is all about having fun.
Just have fun. I mean, you'll get better as long as you have fun.
Future plans for the event include hosting more participants, giving out larger trophies, and increased cash prizes. Also, the goal is to have future esports tournaments last multiple days. The K-State volleyball team earned a Big 12 victory over West Virginia last night in Bramlage Coliseum. The Volley Cats will be back on the floor tonight as they look to win 2 in a row against the Mountaineers. After last night's win, Coach Susie Fritz said she wants the team to enjoy the win before focusing on the next match.
Coaches are notorious for looking ahead and not spending too much time celebrating the moment that they're in, and I want them to find some joy in the process of all the work that they invest in it.
Well, that's all we have for sports this week, but don't go away. Coming up, we'll take a look at some opportunities for you to see some live music right here in Manhattan. Then we'll head into the garage to learn how one Kansas musician is making his move to bigger things.